I wrote down my thoughts for this video like over a week ago, so I'm glad that I'm finally taking time to film it. It's gonna be a tough one, but let's hope that I actually put it together and have the strength to publish it, all right? Let's, on that 1 second. First off, I want to thank you guys for all of the loving and positive responses that you left on my previous video with my sis Jo, and for all of the great responses you left on her video. If you haven't already seen it, I don't know where you've been, but go check it out. Her channel is Damon and Jo, which I'm sure you're already aware of. We talk about solutions to some of our problems, and hopefully they'll help some of you. And that video actually inspired me to film this video that I'm about to film today. I saw how some of you really resonated with some of our struggles, and it made me want to open up about something that I don't ever really talk about online or offline. I saw how much you guys related to us being in debt and wanting to travel and working in toxic environments, so I thought there's definitely at least one of you on my channel that might need to hear how I'm healing and how I've healed from something that I dealt with growing up. I'd like to preface this video by saying I come from an incredibly loving and supportive family. Whether it was dancing or acting or pursuing a career in digital or YouTube or fashion, not once did they ever tell me that I couldn't follow my dreams, and I am so grateful for that. I'm completely aware that a lot of people don't have that kind of love and support in their lives, and I am so blessed. And honestly, a huge reason that I haven't opened up about this is because I never wanted people to judge me or my family, or to give people the opportunity to give their 2 cents about my experiences or my life, especially growing up in the small town that I did. I just didn't want that to happen. But like I said, after reading your responses, I just felt a calling to talk about this topic, and I'm hoping it helps at least one of you out there. Without going into any major details, because honey, who has the time? I grew up in a household where domestic abuse was present. And honestly, even saying this out loud to a camera with no one else around is difficult. Like I said, I've never really talked about this. Some of my close friends watching this will be their first time learning this about me, so bear with me, please. It wasn't something that I dealt with every day, but the fear of coming home to witness something happening or potentially doing something to trigger that was my reality. I had to grow up at a very young age and come to terms with the fact that this was our truth at the time, and it was out of my hands. Words really cannot express the heartbreak that comes with having to witness someone you love go through that and get up for work the next day like nothing happened. Whew. And my parents have since separated, and my mom is in the process of rewriting her own story. So just know that if you are in a situation similar to one that I was in, that you are not alone. I am sending you all of my love right now, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm standing here today to show you that you can and you will get through this. Up until recently, my childhood and past was a really big source of shame and embarrassment for me. And I'm realizing now that those things, they do not define me, they don't define my mother, and as awful as those things were, I still believe that everything happens for a reason, and I think one of those reasons is so that I can share my story and potentially help someone out there who's in a similar situation. So if you're in a household where this is present, I just want to repeat that I'm sending you all of my love. You can and you will make it through, and I just want to share with you some of the ways that I made it through and that I'm still healing from the situation. The first thing that I did, and that I didn't even realize I was doing consciously, was I was all about the extracurriculars. I was on a competitive dance team for 6 years, track, intramural basketball. I was super into school. Like any team or activity that I could get involved in, I did. I knew that I had to make something of myself. I knew that I had to work my butt off, and it also provided an escape for me and my family. You know, for those 3 minutes that I was performing on stage, or 13 seconds I was running down the track, nothing else mattered. My dance team, my track team, they gave me a family away from home and something really positive to put all of my energy into. The second thing that I did, which You know, when I was younger, I didn't even realize I was doing this, and in my adult life, I'm hyper aware of this, but surrounding yourself with positive and uplifting people is the most beneficial thing you can do in this situation. I've always prided myself on having some of the best homies. I would just look around at my friends and the friends that I have today, and I'm just like, how did this happen? Now I think, you know, if you come from an environment like I did, you're always subconsciously looking for the best possible chosen family. You really do not have the time for any extra negativity in your life. And I'm lucky enough to say that I've successfully created such an incredible circle of humans around me who I would not trade for the world. My friends and mentors, whew, are some of the greatest people I have ever met, and I just love them with all my heart. And this method of healing is actually what I'm doing right now, which is diving into your creative passions, whether that's writing or creating videos, art, photography, whatever it is that brings you joy, go at it full speed. It doesn't matter if it doesn't make you money. It doesn't matter if you don't know how you can make it a career. If it makes you happy, that's enough. When you're going through something like this, so many things are out of your control. I get it, but the one thing that you can control is what you put your energy into. And if that's YouTube, if that's drawing, if that's coloring, whatever it is, go at it full speed, baby girl, baby boy. You got this. Spreading love and positivity is something that's really helped me heal in my adult life. I was never a really negative person, but you know, when I was younger, I definitely did my fair share of gossiping and talking mess about people I didn't even know about, and that was just me coping with what I was going through, but it doesn't help. Speaking negativity out into the world just attracts more negativity into your life. Being as loving and positive as you can only lift your spirits. And the last big thing that I feel has really helped me is opening up. Like I said, when I was younger, you would not catch me talking about this. No one in my life even knew I was going through this because I was so good at just masking the pain. And when I say open up, I mean to a friend or a close family member or counselor or therapist, someone who you really trust. Even if it's just one person, the amount of weight that takes off of your spirit is truly amazing. I'm sure there are a lot of other healing methods that I've used that just aren't coming to mind right now, but those are some of the big ones in my life that have helped me get through it. And if you guys have any that you'd like to share, please leave them in the comments below. Like always, I want to make a really safe space for us to talk about things that aren't always that easy to talk about. And even if you haven't gone through a situation similar to mine, I hope that some of my methods help you. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video, for being so supportive, and as always, thank you for being here.